Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from above. At least it's Friday night where I'm at. Could be Monday, not Monday. It can't be Monday morning somewhere. It could be Saturday morning somewhere in the world, though. So, happy day to you all. Hope you're having a great weekend so far, or a great start of your Friday. Good to have you all here. Let me just get my desktop all set up here, and we will get into it. Right. Just to move some stuff around here. Okay. And stretch this out. Boom, boom, boom. And we are good to go. Before we get into the readings, though, let's send some love out to the world, since the world can definitely use it. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, whether you're watching live or even on replay, we can join outside of space and time to send this love out to the world, because that's where it exists. And it floods down here. So I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just let all that outside world just drift away for a moment. And as I hit the singing bowl, we're just going to let that love just flow down into us, fill us up completely, and then flow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Put that back there as it continues its singing. And let's get in here and find out what we have happening here. First of all, I just want to make sure everyone had seen. I've just put out some equinox readings here. So here is the playlist. It's for each individual zodiac sign. It's a 3-month forecast. So be sure to check that out if you feel so inclined. And then also, we put out a pick a card for Aries season. So happy birthday to all you Aries sun babies. Let's put a little space in there. There we go. There's a special 3-month bonus for you too, a bonus reading talking about your 3 months. So you can do the equinox and those 3 months, because of course, Aries is what is indicating us going into the spring fall equinox. And then we had a new podcast come out on a Sunday, and this one was called It's Complicated, which has to do with all of our relationships with humans, especially those when and what we learn from those relationships, those more intimate relationships. And then I think that was it. But also, oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention was I do have life purpose readings, which I rolled out at the beginning of March, and they're half off until the end of the month. So be sure to check those out if you're interested in that. All right, so let me move this over so I see it here. So Alice, I'm not sure, Alice, are you here? Let me know if you're here, because we didn't complete yours this morning for your donation, and if you're here, then we'll do it. I'll wait to see if you when you pop in. It will handle your question. That way, you wanted it to be able to interact. If you're new to this channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, we have a great group of people, huge hearts, huge senses of humor, and some have both. Most have both. So, welcome, welcome. And how the readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. For the free readings, all you do is put your question out in the chat, and then I go down in order. If I have donations, I do honor those as energy exchanges, and I step outside of the free readings and prioritize those and dive deeper into those, pulling more cards for those too. Then I'm turned back to the free readings and continue where I left off. So that is the skinny on how those work. Let's get into it. I am going to be using this beautiful deck again. We got the Sufi Tarot. Oops. So you can see their name in case you love these like I love them and you want them for yourself. You can pick them up wherever you pick up your reading. So let's get into it. So we have a couple donations. First up, we got Oksana. Hey, Oksana, thank you so much for your sticker, upside down smiley face. Not a sad face, but an upside down smiley face. I love it. And congratulations, celebrating your first super chat on a live stream. Thank you for allowing me to be your first donation. I appreciate that. And you want to know, does the person on your mind believe that you're the one? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around your question here. All right, let's take a look. I think let's take a look at these other ones here. Definitely could be a possibility that they definitely feel that you are, with the Lovers card here. They definitely feel like you are an important relationship for sure. It's like, wow. That's the card that would come up to tell you, yeah, chances are pretty pretty big there. We also have the World card, which is victory, and there's also this energy of ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures that come in with that card too. And you've got this these three cards that came out together, which you've got the Chariot card. So far there's three major arcana here with these three, and this is the power of choice and another victory card. So I feel like these are very positive cards, and the ones underneath it here have to do with the power of choice. With the Chariot card is that they have some fears, which most of us do if we're in human form. And the Seven of Staves, though, is about confidence and standing tall and shining bright as well through all of that. The fears would be fears of heartbreak, fears of what people would say, fears of what if, what if I'm wrong? What if I think you're the one, but you're not? What happens? The fear of failure, the fear of making a mistake, the fear of rejection, all those delicious feelings we come here for. But with all this victory and this love and this endings and new beginnings, I feel like the fears are, being replaced with that Seven of Wands there, the Seven of Staves, which is this bright, shining light. They are up on a hill, not worried about, people are attacking and why you get love and we don't. Come back down here and be miserable with us. There's this um, you know, on their minds, I feel like the fear of what will their friends think, and um, the people pleasing aspect that's built into all of us as humans growing up. What will my tribe think? Will my tribe be okay with it? I don't know. I don't know. But with that Lovers card, I feel like they definitely feel like, wow, they're very drawn, and they're, with that power of choice card of the Chariot, they're hesitating making the leap to go, yes, I think you're the one for me, you know? So that's the energy that's there, Oksana. Hopefully that, helps a little bit with their, you know, wishy-washiness that might be coming across right now. but it's just that there's some fears there about making a leap and choosing that. But the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, that leads here up to that's the last card in the major arcana, and then it goes to the full card, which is the leaping into the you know, into the journey, into this new adventure. So I know, right? Woohoo! So I like it for you. It feels very positive. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation and for being the first. Yay! All right. So many blessings to you. And then Marilyn, hello, hello. Let's give your donation some love and a like there. Appreciate that. All right. So you sent an email to MP asking for information on how to follow up with your play submission. Was it received? And if so, what were her thoughts? All right, let's take a look here and see what they've got going on here. So, was it received and what are their thoughts? And just want to throw in a couple cards here of advice as well. All right. Well, I like the overall energy on the bottom of the deck. We've got the Malika of Staves, which is the Queen of Wands. She is a go-getter. She definitely is someone who has a lot of energy that can make things happen. And trusting intuition, trusting gut is an important part because she has an extra connection with spirit. So let's take a look here. Was it received? Well, we got that judgment card here. So there's this higher calling here. And let me just see what was this? What was this energy here? All right. Well, I do feel with this judgment card, it does feel like that's a positive, like they've received the email because if I'm asked how was it what were their thoughts on it all? And we've got the Empress, which is brand new, it's abundance and birth and creativity and all of that. So perfect card for like, wow, creative idea. They really like the approach. Feels like it's a unique, type of approach, and they liked that piece of it. The the and you've got the hanged man. Sorry, I can talk. The hanged man here, which is about seeing things from a different perspective, and that's why I feel like it's a unique perspective on the play that you had, and so they're like, "Wow, how creative, what a great perspective." They're reminding me of, The Sixth Sense, which, you know, after you watch a lot of movies, after a while, you can pretty much look at a movie and go, "Oh, this is who did it, this is what it is, this is what's going on, this is how it ends." But when The Sixth Sense, when you watch it and you're just like, what?" I like that there's, like, a different perspective that comes in, and they like it. They like this approach, um, with it so far. I feel like with the Devil card, the Capricorn, coming in here, there's a lot of work. I feel like they're saying that they're trying to look at it and, of course, from a production point, and they're trying to look at how much work would it be put in because Saturn's all about doing the work and getting the reward. And so I kind of feel like they're looking at that piece of it just to see is it cost effective, for doing this and how could we make this work and etc. So I'm not sure if there's any unique things that would have to be created or done, or they're trying to find a way to um, how they would make it work, etcetera, if that makes sense. So it feels like that kind of energy. Let's see what the extra advice was here. I had a I had a feeling because you've got the Three of Coins, the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your unique self. So this is all that creativity that we picked up on the Empress, right? And so, we have this, energy that comes in with this. And again, stay true to the authentic you. Um, it is like the message from spirit coming in here because you have some choices that they might bring up here for you with the Two of Swords, which is about close your eyes and open your heart. And, I feel like they're going to get into the technical. The devil card is Capricorn energy. Again, it's the okay, task, 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 task. And it's like, yeah, but we're making it, it's like they're the ideas they might have cut out some of the feeling out of it. And you're like, but that's so important. And I really would, it's almost like not fight, but really stand up for the things that you really want to come through in it. Because with any production, I'm sure they start cutting things and going, well, that scene, we probably can cut out that, still retain, throw this in here. And sometimes it's like, okay, I get it, money, production, time, all that, um could probably come into theater in that. But there's some stuff that you can stay true to your authentic self. And again, trust your gut, trust your intuition, because you got both the Queen of Wands, which the little kitty here, over here, represents her connection to spirit. And you got both of these. Trust intuition, trust your empathic abilities, trust your heart. But I feel like it's it feels well received. I just feel like there's a lot of the technical stuff is what is an obstacle, I guess you could call it right now. And so I feel like that is what they want you to know right here. So it was received, and if so, what were her thoughts? So I feel like that they definitely want to find out. It's like they stopped at some point in reading it. It kind of feels like just because of time and different things, but it just feels like that um, I almost get caught up in how you like if you're going to read a story and you can just get in and get lost in it. I feel like they were reading it while also looking at the technical side of it. And that can be an obstacle to creativity, right? It's like get out of your tell them to get out of their head and into their heart. And try to fill it from this point first, and then let's look at how it can all work, on stage or those types of things. So it's interesting. Anything else they want you to know here? Let's take a look here. Anything else? Not of tarot, but I feel like they want to give you divine energy oracles. Let's take a look here and see. All right, let me shuffle it real quick here. All right. So what else for Miss Marilyn? All right, there we go. I like it. Seek hidden treasure. Let's see if this. I don't know why it's not focusing so well today. Let's see what it says in here for you. All right, let's just look at these are not in order by name, which is interesting. Let's find it here. There it is. All right. So, in what area of your life could you be taking things at face value? Where could you be guilty of missing something deeper or being told that you don't get it? Like, you don't get it. Slow down and don't jump to conclusions before fully studying the situation. Avoid being too quick to evaluate what is going on. There's more than meets the eye. Your divine energy is calling you to slow down and take a deeper look at the present situation. Overcome your tendency to judge too quickly and miss what's really true. Beyond the surface of life lies hidden treasure. You will see clearly if you observe with an open heart and mind. Your divine invitation says be open minded and learn all you can before drawing conclusions. Take your time, study the facts fully, and listen deeply from your heart. Look for the connecting rather than separating factors when evaluating others and your place in their life. Dispel any notion that you're better, smarter, or more deserving, powerful, or entitled than others, or vice versa. Accept that the people in your life are direct reflections of you, and where there's light, see your glow, and where there's shadow, see your gloom. Stop fighting others and start loving the connection we all share. We're all in this game of life together, so see your role as a player as important, but not special. Respect others as equals, and you'll soon see the truth. Ooh, I like it. So, some good approach on whatever response you get. I feel like that. So, hopefully, that helps, Marilyn. That's what they have for you right now. And thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Elena, I actually did answer that question in here in this video. Here's a link here. I did come back on and completed all the free readings from the earlier session. So here is the link, and then let's see here. Should be, oh, there it is. Here is the last bit here. I'll just give you a this is from the end. I'm not gonna cut and paste the entire list of everyone's name in here, but, so you were after God's daughter and before KVH, but so you're let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So ninth from the end, if that helps. So, if you wanna check it out. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Alright. So, let me get into here. Hey, Rhonda! Good to see you. Alright. So, I think that's it for my donations right now, so we'll jump in to the free readings. You're very welcome, Marilyn. And if Alice, I don't think Alice, are you here, Alice? All right, so we will start at the top here with musical beer. Cheers. And let's take a look here. We're in a general reading, so let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know right now. My excited voice. You don't want my sleepy voice. It'll put everyone to sleep. All right. Wow, look at this. So, musical beer, you've got the Six of Cups energy, which is past life energy that's coming in. And you also have the Alchemist, which is the Magician card in the Standard Tarot. And I really feel like here there's this past life energy that's making itself known in your life, and you might be feeling something changing deep inside of you. Like you feel new energy, you feel new sparks, you feel new information, you feel new connections with people too. And I like this because there is this, energy that's flooding through that is expanding your enlightenment, your connection with your subconscious and spirit world, which has been activating this energy. It also is the precursor because it's kind of activating in a way where you're going to be coming across either if you're in love right now, your energy with your loved one is going to be suddenly like, where did this come from? Because some past life connections are bubbling to the surface with you, with individuals, but with love, especially, I feel coming in here. With the Magician, I almost feel like it's someone new coming into your life, though, that you're just like, who's that? what's this woo draw to one another, and it's strong draw. And I just feel like it's an important thing to know and be on the lookout for, because it's gonna take you by surprise. It's not gonna blindside you per se, but it is gonna take you by surprise where you're like, "Whoosh, who's that just walked in the door?" Or, "Do you guys feel that?" And then someone walks in and you just feel this strong energy between each other. So I like that for you. Just be aware of this spark of energy, is these past life emotions that are making their way to the surface. So that's what they have for you, musical beers. So many blessings to you. Then Ateshi Singh, you are up next. You want to know what's coming to your external reality this weekend, 3:15 to 3:17. All right. What does Spirit want you to know about what is coming here this weekend? All right. Okay. So this is the decisions that are coming up here. Wow, and what a decision that you have coming up. So you've got, well, first of all, let me do it this way so I can hold them up. You got the Two of Coins. Two of Coins is this balancing in a way, but I feel like this weekend you have this choice between two activities in your outside world. You either have a step towards something that feels like a dream come true with the Star card, but there's also the 21 here is the World card, which is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new adventure. And so it's like there's this feeling that you have to, like, well, I have to choose between the two, but I feel like with this Two of Pentacles that you don't. I feel like you can do both. You just have to balance and find a way to be able to do both things. And you can. And that's what I feel like is important, is, that I can go to two events. I can hang out with two people. I can, you know, both do this and live my dream at the same time. It's kind of this energy where, I don't know, they're showing in my head like, well, I need to do this, I need to do this homework, and I want to go to this thing, but it's like a 2-hour ride. And you're like, oh, I can do my homework while I'm on my way to the concert or whatever. It's like I can do both, and that's the kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it might seem in the beginning, well, I can't do both of these things. I've got to do this. It's like, well, no, I can bring these two things together. So that's what's coming through for you for this weekend. Hopefully that makes sense. So many blessings to you. Alice, hello, hello. Yay, you're here. All right. So, Alice, you will be up next. And then, Brenda, thank you so much for your donation. It'll be up after that. Yay. So, thank you for your earlier donation. I appreciate that. Let's give this some shuffle here. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free. So for the one for earlier, wanted to know if Harris, if they feel how they feel about you versus other girls he's seen, if he is seeing other girls. So let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about the situation here. All right. What else? All right. Okay. Let's take a look here. Do we feel like he is? I don't feel like that that they're seeing anyone else right now. Bottom of the deck, I mean, we've got the 10 of cups, which is emotional fulfillment and filling up here. So, I don't feel like they feel like there's anything missing where they feel like they need to hang out with more than one person. We've got the 5 of cups, which does show that they've had a lot of, lower vibrational, spilt, broken cups, right? And I'm not laughing, at it because I know that's painful for people. I don't know why I was laughing. It just feels like, yeah, we know, we all do. And so they really don't have this urge to date a lot of people because it just heartache, heartache, heartbreak, heartbreak, and drama, drama, drama in the past. So, and they are here with this Shah of Coins is the King of Pentacles, which is someone who's very grounded and mature. I don't feel like they're a teenager going around, we have with these cards of, you know, like a little chihuahua humping people's legs. It's like no, they're very mature and very, I feel here very balanced as well with the justice card here. They do see things from a different perspective, yeah, because we even got the temperance card, which both of these, has this here, um, you know, balance, taking their time, allowing things to unfold. You think that he seems like he's a little chihuahua, like a little man ho? We got the Six of Swords, which is movement of emotion, movement of thought and belief as well, from choppy waters to calmer waters. So, I don't know. I feel like they're at a point in their life here with all of these that they're, maybe they were that way in the past and they were just like, it's empty. It just doesn't feel like it brings them a whole lot. But I feel like that, you know, with the energy that came through here, the bottom energies that we're asking about is how do they feel about you? And it feels very fulfilling with you. So I don't feel like they have that here anymore. Maybe they're turning over a new leaf around things. Yeah, because with that, Shah of Coins, the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins, they've got all this, Ace of Coins on the bottom, the Five of Coins, the Four of Coins. There's a lot of going on around their self-worth, and I feel like they're looking at their self-worth in a different way. And whereas before, maybe they did try to define themselves by how other people, how much intimacy and love that they would get from people in the outside world. I just feel like they're beyond it. They're matured and they're just like, you know, even though they might come across as a player in a way, with energies of, you know, seeing a lot of different people and stuff. I feel like that's their old way if they, if that resonates, but, I just feel like it's empty and they're looking at their worth in a different way, and they're discovering that it didn't make me feel any different. I still feel as empty if it was 2 or 3 or 4, but there's something different about you, and that's why you stand out. Oh, Six of Swords is a change of mindset, and I feel like that's where they've had this change from old ways of thinking, old ways of being into newer ways of being. So I don't feel like um it's them that's moved from a rocky waters to calmer waters. So they've calmed down, I feel like is what this energy is coming in with all of that that they don't, um cuz yeah. Because they do. We have the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, which normally is like the romantic, and here's the Daughter of Cups. So I feel like they feel this connection with you here that's coming in, and I just feel it's different. You're connecting on a different level, and the difference between like a one night stand or um, a booty call, a regular booty call versus someone that you have this deep heart connection. There is a big difference in the intimacy. It's almost spiritual in a way. And I just feel like things are different between the two of you than anyone else. And they just really have realized that with that 10 of cups on the bottom. So it does feel different. And that's where this is their perspective, right? That's it's coming in that way. So I don't know. That's what's coming in there for you, Alice. So I don't we can just go with the flow, see what happens there, right? But that's their perception of where they're at in their life. I know, right? They can't keep up with you. What are you talking about? Yeah, yeah. And and that's on your side, but you don't know about his side because when you're someone who is empathic and you have strong, emotional connections with people, it's normal. But when it's someone that's not and they experience, it's like, "What the hell was that?" They're just like, "Whoa, what happened?" And you're just like, "What do you mean?" Because it's your norm, but from their side, they're just like, What just happened?" Yeah, absolutely. Many blessings to you, Alice. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. All right. Boom, boom, shakalaka. What can you do? Hey, Techie. Thank you. I got you through the Z PayPal, so you'll be up here after Brenda. Thank you again, Alice, for your donation. So, Brenda, thank you for your donation and the popcorn. Is there an exciting drama happening? Okay. So between your boyfriend Eric and you for tonight in love, you don't have any plans, but you just wanted to ask. Oh, you miss him. Let's take a look here. I'm just freshen the cards here. Let's see what we got going on. Hi. All right. Okay. What do we have going on here? Let's see. All right. Yeah, it looks like here that they're a bit of in need of balance right now, and you know, they're like giving you this information on them. They've got a lot happening in their world. We've got the 7 of swords, the 7 of wands, the 5 of swords too. So they've got been having a lot of conflict that's been going on here with all of these cards here. And so, they are in this, I would say, a bad mood. But even on the bottom of the deck, I mean, we've got the 5 of cups here. So two sevens, two fives. We got swords, staves, swords, and cups. So they've got a lot. Okay. Yeah, so definitely that makes total sense. So they're in need of some balance. I'm like, well, hey, Brenda will bring you some balance. I just feel like they need a place of just not thinking and worrying about anything, which would be great. Like you're like, right here, here's my arms. Come right here, you'll be fine, you know. And so I feel like if you can offer a balancing place for him, just like a place for him to like at the bottom of the deck, the see things from a different perspective. Yeah, exactly. And, why don't you come over? We'll watch movies, we'll snack, and just recharge, and I'll just give you a lot of love. And I like that. That's exactly what he needs to get out of all of this emotions and thinking and everything else. He just needs time away in a pocket of love, a bubble of love. And I feel like that's what you can give him there. And I tell you, if you invite him and say, hey, how about we do this? Do you have time tonight or tomorrow? What would be good for you? I feel like you need to be pampered. You just need some, you know, like, I have a picture in my head that they're giving me of, like, you're sitting, you know, um, like, on this side of the couch, and he's laying down, and he's got his head in your lap on a pillow, and you're watching a movie, and you're just stroking his hair, and you're just, like, comforting him, and I like this feeling, and I feel like that's what they need, is to get out of their heads, and, um and I feel like you can help them with that. So there is possibilities. I feel like you just need to, you know, tell him, "Hey, I think this will be good for you." And he's like, "Yes," like he already said, he just told you he needs some fire and love from you. So you're like, "Hey, come on. How about tonight? I'm gonna get some snacks or whatever. And and I don't feel like you'll have to like twist his arm. I feel like he just needs someone to decide for him. I feel like he's got so much on his mind and his heart and everything in his life. He just needs someone to say, "Hey, how about this?" And you're like, "Yes, thank you. I'm just tired of making choices and having to decide stuff." Is the kind of the energy I feel. He's exhausted. So I like that. So there you go, Brenda. Woo woo woo. And we'll send beautiful love energy to his father too, just to help him with the recovery with the open heart surgery, just fast healing. And I like that. All right. So many blessings, Brenda, and thank you again for your donation. And then Techie, you were up next. So thank you so much for your donations. And on the PayPal, let me scroll down here. Hey, Elisa. Hello, hello. And sorry I missed shouting out to you when you posted on your in the chat earlier. So thank you. I love the little, you can put a little broadcast on there. So hello, hello. Shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. All right. So, Techie, I am well. I hope you are well as well. And let me move some stuff out of the way here so I can see your questions better. There we go. You're welcome, Brenda. All right. So, 3 questions. Question number 1. Oh, okay. Absolutely, Allison. Alice, you'll be up next here after Techie. So, absolutely. So, let's take a look and see. Between those ages, we'll take a look. And then, of course, medical disclaimer, check, check, as always. And number 2, when about a new job. Okay. And what would it be like? Okay. And then number 3. All right, Uncle G. All right. All right, those 2. Okay. So. Um, for your first question, I don't see anything significant in here except a warning. I love it. Do I have your attention? I'm just kidding. You got the justice card, balance, right? So you got balance. You've got the 10 of wands, the 10 of staves, about burden and overexertion of energy. And then, of course, the emperor energy, which is all about choosing. Um, and the emperor is an overall balanced energy. It's stability. The 4, you have the 4 of staves on the bottom, which is balanced energy and balanced joy, celebration. But the 4, the emperor, he's the ruler over the entire number 4, and talk about stability and balance. So there really is about balancing stress, balancing your fire, balancing, all this balance energy coming in. So it's important for you to rest, relax, love your body, choose your body. And yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the moon card, Mother Luna. It's like nourish and nurture your body and take care of it, right? Yeah, and that's what's coming in here with that. It's like there's nothing that's like, ooh, it's all about, balance. And yeah, don't, balance overdoing things. And, you might even look into the Ayurveda, I think is what you call it. And, let's see here if I can do this without spilling everything all over the place. We'll put that over here. This is what, and this is by Sahara Rose, the one that we did about discovering your dharma. But see, this is for me. We got and it talks about your overall energies, and are you a fire, and the type of things to eat, and really to pay attention to those things, because it does help you with that. So I feel like that's important for you to look at that, and whoever else that resonates for. All right, so put everything back. Absolutely. And then, so that's your first one. The second one is when a job, when. All right. Well, we you get the higher calling card here. It's like a job is a job is a job. Um, and there's a lot of jobs that are out there, but the big thing is heading towards your dream, the ending of old cycles, the beginning of new adventures. This is the full card, and the Empress, which is creativity, and living your dream, living your calling, birthing your calling is the important thing. And it keeps coming back to that, doesn't it? It's just crazy. I just love how consistent they are. With it all, it's like a job is a job is a job, but the career, your life purpose, which we just talked about, is, yeah, it's that, right? If the kind of job that you would get, yeah, it's you got the Lover's card here, and this is like this, power of emotional choice, and the Queen of Swords balancing the head and the heart, right? And timing is all by this, birthing and everything. It's all about, it doesn't just show up on your doorstep and go, "Oh, here it is." It's all has to do with our energy. Our life purpose is a scavenger hunt. We're on the search for discovering what it is. And that's what this adventure of the Fool card is coming in here. It's like the scavenger hunt of stepping off into finding out what is it that I want to do and I want to be, and me taking steps towards it. You even have on the bottom of the deck the Three of Stabs, which is you have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K plan. You get to C, literally to the C here, and the letter C in your journey, and it's like, okay, um, but where do I want to go with new information and clarity about your dream and what it is that you want to do? It's you putting a plan together, right? And it's there's no right or wrong, and it's about, okay, I'm gonna put a plan together and do what I can do, and if I get to where I'm doing everything I can do, then I ask spirit for guidance, regarding it, right? And so it all has to do with how fast you put things into action with all of that coming in here, especially um, the Emperor showed up um, for your first question, but it's all about, I get to choose, and I get to have it move as fast as I want. And spirit's like, there's no time on their side. They're like, well, whenever, because it's all range, and there's no time on that side. They go, you got as many lifetimes as you want. What's the rush? Why are you trying to rush to get through the maze? Enjoy the maze, discover, wander. But in the meantime, if you need income, then it's like we talked about before, you just choose the job that is, fun and doesn't take a whole lot of mind while you prepare for and take steps towards your dream, right? Whether it's getting, I don't know. I mean, if you're still looking to become a you know, legal counsel, you know, is there, I just feel like, getting a job in a lawyer's office, letting them know, or seeing what they have available and stuff. Because some of them might be like, yeah, you can be, this and that. And as you learn, we can put you and, use you for this and that. And then, once you, get your past the bar and stuff, we'll consider you, it's that kind of thing that comes in. So, um, I like that for you. So hopefully that makes sense. And then the third question, messages from Uncle from Uncle G. Yeah, we've got the five here of the Hierophant, which is, your soul inviting you to look to the capital T truths of who you want to be, how you want to be, where you want to be, all of that kind of stuff that's coming in there. And the Three of Swords is the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being worthy, the fear of not having enough, blah, 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 all these fears, right? And they're saying that, the capital T truths outweigh the small t truths that are rooted in lies, right? And when we're truly living our dream, which when we do, it's not so much about trying to get to a destination; it's enjoying each step along the way. We live our dream. We don't, um, you know, feel like we're living our dream when we're living our dream now. The entire process. I mean, even going to law school and sitting in class and debating about, well, what law, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you look at, like all those movies, oh, Legally Blonde, when they're like answering questions and taking notes and learning and studying and the whole process of learning it, not just I want to be a lawyer. I want my dream is to learn to become a lawyer and then be a lawyer and then do this and whatever. It's about living it. And I feel like that's what they're telling you with those two cards is once you determine who it is you want to be in this world, then be it and then you take steps to grow it. So you're already it's like someone that wants to be an artist, right? And they're like, I am an artist. My art is very interesting, but as I learn new ways to paint and to draw and everything, my art evolves. I'm always creating art. Some people might say, I think that's a stick figure. That's their opinion. But eventually, it might be, a stick figure made with crayon. It has more color instead of just black and white ink. But it's the journey and the growth that I feel comes in with that. So hopefully that makes sense. Too funny. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you again so much for your donation. I love the wisdom Uncle G is putting down. All right. Yay. I'm glad it resonates. All right. And then Alice, you are very welcome. So Alice, thank you for your your little naked baby, the little naked baby throwing a heart. I think that's what that is. Thank you for your donation. Um, there you go. You're wondering if you can get a deeper read about how Dan thinks and feels about you. Okay. The soup supervisor or manager or whoever. Let's take a look here and see what is Spirit willing to let you know about Dan. Oh, Five of Swords. Oh, like I don't think that was negative. It's more. Look at the bottom of the deck. So it's not negative. This is that feeling. Not yet, Brenda. You'll be up here after Alice. Yeah, it's that they're like, this is more managerial. Like if I can't get more money or promotion or whatever, like if I can't, you know, get some sort of reward, then we're gonna lose her. And I feel like they think that you're a great worker and you provide so much that it's like someone's gonna just snatch you up. And that's what I feel the tower was about, which showed up again on the bottom of the deck is like they're like, yeah, I wonder how long you're gonna be here if I can't do something. And so there's that kind of energy that's below the surface here. And let's see what else they have here. All right. So you also have the 9 of wands, the 9 of staves, which is um I feel like they see you as someone who's really stepping into your power, really stepping into your own, if that makes sense. And I feel like whereas before they might have seen you as someone who maybe was too um not like a mat, but too yielding. That's the word. Thank you. It's like maybe a little too yielding in the past where you allowed other people like if you were both going to speak up in a meeting and you're like, "Oh no, go ahead." Or you're talking and someone interrupts and you stop talking and let them interrupt you. Where now I feel like you're stepping into your strength, your courage with the strength card coming in here too. And so both of these just feel like there's been this they've seen you persevere, they see you stepping into your power, stepping into your fire. You even got the ace of wands on the bottom, so you've had like this new spark. Um and this is regards to work is how they're really trying to perceive it and see it here. And they just have seen it. It's like, wow, okay, you've got a little bit of fire in your belly around some things where you're holding your own and you're like talking and someone goes to interrupt and you're like, yeah, can just let me just finish my thought if I could, let me get it out of my head. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And they're like, oh wow, you wouldn't have done that before. And so they've noticed some things where you're stepping up. And you also have the knight of swords, so this is movement and change of thought and belief and mindset and learning and growth too. So I feel like they're really zeroing a lot of this in here so far is about job, and they really try to keep it that related there, if that makes sense. They're just like, wow. Um, but they've seen you enhance your knowledge, your skills, sharing your skills, I feel like too, with here. And the hanged man here is about transformation and seeing things from like a different perspective. And I feel like that's kind of a little bit of what they've seen in the growth too, is that you're even though it's like you're developing um, this way of um, standing up for yourself, but also not being stubborn. It's like, no, my way or the highway, or no, we got to do it this way. It's like you'll stand up and go, well, and even sharing of ideas. I feel like you become bolder in sharing your ideas and your thoughts. And, um, and if people are like, well, I don't know, you don't like blow up about it. You're like, well, yeah, I see what you're saying. So where are you coming from? And okay, I get it. So what if we do this? And I like this collaboration. Well, that's a fancy word. That's that they've noticed that you've been enhancing and doing that. So I like that. And then they also see here with the 3 of cups, this is team and tribe. And this is where I feel like they feel like you're feeling more part of a team and acting more as part of a team instead of feeling like an outsider. And I don't know if you're how new you are to the team or not, but it just feels like you felt like an outsider for a long time. And it had to do with because you felt like an outsider to yourself, but because you've become more comfortable with yourself. That's why you're becoming more comfortable um, being yourself and not worried about them and what they're doing and those types of things. So hopefully that makes sense there. But yeah, so I like this. I mean, they're positive things, and I feel like they're very observant. They, like you said, they're very empathic, and they pick up on people's emotions. And so there's a lot that he's picked up that has happened, like that internal change that you've made. They sense it, and I like that. Oh, yeah, yeah, and you're learning and you're growing, and if there's any feedback, he will definitely give it, but not. I just feel like he's such a good manager. I feel like he's supportive, and if he has anything for you to work on, it wouldn't be like, all right, I need to talk to you. Come into my office. You better stop that and you better do this. No, I feel like he would do it more in his one on one, or if it's urgent, of course, he would talk to you, but I don't think there's anything urgent. He would just say, all right, so you're doing this. I like that. You're doing this good. Something that you can tweak. Think about this, and he's going to give you growth um, feedback and um, encouragement because he does see it. And that's the kind of manager I feel that he is. So I like it. Yay! So that's what he has for you, Alice. So thank you again for your donation. Many blessings to you. Yeah, very cool. Super observant. He reminds me of me when I was a manager. He's a really good manager. Toot toot, beep beep, ringing my own bell. It's too funny. But he is. He does remind me in some ways of the like, when I'd ask people for their annual review, whatever, I go, "Send me anything you wanna make sure is included," and they're like, "Okay," and then they don't send me anything, and when I do their review, they're like, "Oh my god, you know, how did you know and remember all this stuff? I forgot half the stuff I did." I'm like, "I keep detailed files on you." You know, when I capture, accomplishments and note things and, so it's fun, and I feel like they do that too. All right. So many blessings, Alice. Yay, yay. All right. And then Brenda, thank you for your rainbow unicorn and your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Need like a general for the rest of the day. Absolutely. You're very welcome, Alice. All right. So let's see what is the general for the rest of today. All right. Well, I like this going with the flow type of energy of the Fool card and just allowing yourself to have this movement and without needing of restriction or, I like that kind of just I'm going with the flow of what's happening. That's on the bottom of the deck, and let's take a look here and see what else comes in here. All right. Yeah. Well, I do feel here, there's this transformation. I like this. Here's that 5 of cups that Eric is feeling, and here's the death and the rebirth that just helps here with this. I don't know why it's just not wanting to focus today, but you can see it there kind of. But there is this ending and beginning, and I like that there's this rebirth of things. And then even the Fool card is a rebirth, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new adventure. Just really like this coming in here. And you definitely have Ace of Coins. So there's a new opportunity in the outside world here with the Three of Cups, joy, celebration. So I feel like this is the general for the rest of the day feels very full of joy. So maybe they do come over. If not, I feel like you'll find space for joy, find some way to help end this, help them transform his lower vibrational emotions to a higher vibration emotions, help them move this to this joyful place, with that fire and all that's coming in here. I do like it. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the high priestess. So the high priestess steps back is in her high priestess temple. So I feel like that if anything, like if you guys get together, that he'll come over to your place, your peaceful place, maybe. And you've got the daughter of cups, so page of cups. So, it's just what a beautiful. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Please, please. I love this picture. There it goes. Beautiful music and tea and surf and sand, and what a beautiful, just serene type of feel that comes in with all of that. So very, very joyful, centered, emotional in a positive way, emotional evening, rest of the day. So I like that energy coming in there for you, Brenda. I like it. Um, so there we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I feel like I want to pull an oracle card for you. And I'm being drawn to this deck over here, which is the Night Fairies Oracle. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So I feel like that reading was just verifying a lot of what we talked about before. So I feel like they just want to give you more here. Okay. Wow, there it goes. Oh, wow. You got the Wounded Healer. Trying to get it to focus a little bit there. Let's see what message comes in here. Come on. Wow. That my scars might be a source of strength. Stronger with each tear and from every hardship drawing strength. The wounded healer calls us to recognize the wisdom that comes from hardship, that we might heal and be a healer. Strength through pain, the higher reason, giving back to others after a period of self restoration, allowing the lessons to come. Tattooed and adorned, not scarred or forlorn. I like that. Tattooed and adorned, not scarred or forlorn. Meditation says, have you ever found yourself tending to wounds that brought you wisdom? Call upon the totem of the owl to provide you with insight into painful situations where higher wisdom is at play. Flying above the present on the wings of the owl, can you see a higher purpose or wisdom? How did you heal from your wounds? And how can you share that healing with others? Ah, perfect. The affirmation, I gain strength from my hardships. I am a wounded healer, imbued with wisdom. I share my gifts with the world. And along your fairy flight, when presented with a difficult, painful, or perhaps even hurtful situation, remember the story of the wounded healer who went on to earn unparalleled wisdom through her trials. Remember your strength and endurance. And I feel like when presented with others' difficult, painful, or hurtful situations, like I feel Erica's going through, I feel like you can connect to that wisdom. You have the owl wisdom. Oh, owl was your spirit guide. Well, that would make sense. So I love that. That resonates. Maybe you need to get a tattoo of an owl. Just kidding. But I like that for you, Brenda. So yeah, definitely you have this ability to give because you've experienced pain before and you have gleaned a lot of wisdom through all that. So I like that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so you can look up like owl wisdom, owl. Oh my gosh. I just got this deck today. This is a animal guides tarot, and look who's on the cover. It's all owls. And was it? I think one of them was an owl too. Let me just see what card was an owl. It's not a coincidence, so that one was an owl. Oh, it was. And it was the High Priestess, too, which you got already, which says, this is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. Yeah, so I love that. How perfect. Oh, wow, and that's actually what's on the cover of the card deck too. So wow. So definitely owls. Look up owl spirit guide and see what resonates for you too. So I like that. There you go, Brenda. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I think that was everything. I think that's all the donations. So let's head back up to the top. We had left off with Dollface Diva. You wanted some messages from spirits. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know right now. Let me just shuffle these up here. All right. So messages from spirit. Well, you got the moon coming in here, and so the moon phases are so important to you, and of course, it impacts all of humanity because we're made of water, and the moon, you know, um, impacts the tides. But this is about emotional energy, and so pay attention here. I know, we've got the full moon lunar eclipse on March 25th, maybe. Yes, March 25th, at least here, 3 a.m. Eastern time. So whatever that's where you're at. And then this new moon really stood out to me, which we have the solar eclipse and the new moon in Aries on April 8th. So I really feel like April 8th is going to be significant energy for you. So just be really aware of what comes through with that around that time. So I feel like if you can do, I don't think, no, I haven't put out the new moon yet. That's way in advance. But we'll be putting out a pick a card around the new moon energies, and I actually have a eclipse. Yeah, eclipse pick a card that comes out next Friday. I think it's next Friday, Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there. And that talks about the eclipse energy in there. But I feel like also the new moon, it'll be a big release ceremony that can be done for you on April 8th. So just make sure to keep a lookout for that. And I'm sure I'll be mentioning it after I post it, and mention it, of course, in here. So I like that for you, Dollface Diva. It's a big time of new moon wishes that's coming in, and then whatever the release ceremonies are for this March 25th lunar eclipse, pay attention to that one too, because there's this interesting correlation between Libra and Aries. The full moon in Libra is energy. Libra is like we. Not yes, 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 like French, but we, two of us. And then the Aries energy is the baby. It's the first sign of the zodiac, which is a me. It's about me. And so there's this correlation between the two that is involved there. So just pay attention to all of that energy. That's what they advise anyway. All right, so that's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. And then Jean XO, hello. You want to ask what your first Virgo's thoughts and feelings are towards. He had a bad ending years ago, but he's been in your thoughts frequently. All of a sudden, dun dun dun, and underlying energies too. All right, so let's take a look here and see what Virgo's what your first Virgo's thoughts are and feelings are towards you. Like now. So we'll take a look here and see what they are now. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands. So it did start off with some fearful, conflicting energy, but it has transformed over time with that 5 of Wands. And energy now, yeah. We've got the fluid energy here. You got the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Coins. So, past life connections with the 6 of Cups and from the past, and the 6 of Coins is their giving and receiving. I feel like they've really understood a lot about, you know, themselves. You know, what kind of out of balance giving and receiving did I have when I was younger? What um what have I brought in from past lives into this? It's the South Node in their chart. I feel like they've done some digging and understanding because this two sixes together as they understand that okay, I know my part, I know my reflection, and I feel like they've done that inner reflection, and so they're more looking at not so much. I feel like they've released a lot. I just feel like they've transformed things, and so that it's not, you know, um, the bad ending is just they took the bad out of bad ending, and it was just an ending, and they understand it and they see it. I don't feel like there's bitterness or resentment. I feel like they see it for what it was, and in a higher from a higher place because they're not in that lower vibration anymore. So that's what I feel is coming in there, Gene. So boom, boom, boom. Oh, you haven't spoken. Sorry, now I see more in here. About a decade. Yeah, been in your thoughts. Well, this could be about you though. Oh, it's always about us, but our thoughts, our things that are coming up are, oh, what have I looked at this situation? Have I removed the bad out of bad ending? And you know you're not responsible for their choices, but what were your choices? Looking back at the situation, and look, are you judging yourself? Do you have guilt? Do you have resentments? Do you have judgments against you or them? Is there some forgiveness that you can forgive yourself, forgive them, release the wrath, transform the energy that's around it, and that's why it's coming up for you, maybe. Maybe. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then John V. Govender 27, you are up. So what is coming towards your love life? All right. Let's take a look here and see what what is coming in here for your love life. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. You have the 7 of Staves coming in here, and, there's this energy here. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you definitely have this Page of Cups, the Daughter of Cups, so there is new love headed your way. It's a heightened love, but you also, you've just got some, I'm gonna say some maintenance, some emotional maintenance that can be done to help prepare for it, because you even got the 7 of Cups right underneath that, which, is like, "Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff on here. I just don't know what I wanna do first." It's all these jewels. But the 8 of Cups is about looking into the emotional energy that's below the surface and, transforming any of these old vibrational emotions that don't serve you anymore. 8 of Cups is even about leaving behind relationships that don't serve you anymore, because you're getting all this emotional energy back that's building up this, barrel of love for the relationship that's coming your way. And so it's, here's like you're creating this giant lake of emotion to be able to give to someone, but it's in order for you to be ready for that, there is this emotion that's below the surface in the subconscious that can be looked at and transformed to get that energy back, that emotional, you know, lake, so that when the time comes, you have so much to offer in that love. Otherwise, it's like well, here's the cup of water. Sip it. Don't chug it. There's not more where that came from. That's it. It's like, no, drink as much as you want. We have endless love for you, endless emotional energy to be able to be given. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you just to focus on regarding love right now. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And up next, we got Daisha Rogers. So, Daisha, you wanted a general reading. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. The Devil card, dun dun dun, with the chains and the darkness and the shadow, which is all right. This is Saturn, and this is, Capricorn energy. And this is about doing the work, looking into the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve anymore. And it's this rattling that comes in just to show us that, you know, um, if you probably have these situations happening like all over the place where you're like this, where Saturn goes, you can't look past this. You've got to deal with this because you're not getting past it till you deal with it. And these are the times in our life that are designed for us. Our shadow is like, all right, this has to get done now to open up your life, to release these chains so you can move forward in this direction. And so these are brought up to us, whether they are happening personally to us, like in relationship to other people or situations, or we're witnessing, why are all five of my close friends going through breakups or divorces or, birthing babies, or, it's like suddenly you just see they all have experienced a death in their family, you know, all around the same week. And you're just like, what the heck is going on? Like, oh, clearly there's something I need to look at here that I could look at, right? And I feel like that's what's coming in. They just want you to let you know that all this stuff, you're starting to see these patterns. If you haven't, they'll really make themselves known here very soon. But it's for you to question these thoughts and these beliefs that go way, way back, for you to transform them. And these are the chains that you break and that you're able to free yourself from. So I like that. All right. So that is what they have for you. Sure, yeah, anyone can ask a question. I do go down in order, first come, first serve. The chat is the list. There's no special list for anyone new coming in. And if you want your reading prioritized, I do take donations, and I prioritize those and honor that energy exchange and dive deeper into those too. All right, so Di Sturgis, you're up. So a life path reading. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about life path right now? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Got the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, movement of thought and belief and mindset in this pursuit of higher education and higher learning with this, all knights have a quest, and this Knight of Swords quest after higher knowledge and higher wisdom. But I feel like this is a nudge here. I don't know if we've talked about, like, what is your dream come true? What is, what are you wanting to accomplish? And would be, getting a certification, getting learning, nursing school, degree, master's degree, doctorate. What is it that you want to be in? And don't let anything stop you. You can, because anything is possible in your life. And it's like, well, but, I can't do this. And it's like, well, because I don't have the money. And it's like, well, there's grants, there's loans, there's different things. It's like, well, let me look into it, instead of us going, no, I can't. It's like, I want this and I'm going to get it some way, somehow, and I'm going to pursue it. It's like, well, no one will give me a loan. No one will give me a grant. I don't know anybody that has money enough to do it, and you're like, hey, Oprah, this is what I want to do, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, all right, I'm going to give you, a whatever they call it, where they pay for college. It's like, whoa, So I feel like this is about this pursuit of higher knowledge in regards to your life path. And don't be afraid. Don't believe those old stories. Allow those to be released and be able to move forward. So I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you at Die Sturgis. So many blessings to you. Right. Moving right along here. And JJJ, you are up. So, will your brother pass the entrance exam in TIT University? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. All right, this must be it here. Yeah, if they'll close their eyes and open their heart, which is interesting, and taking the exam, it's like got to get out of your head and into your heart. And if they'll pay attention to their fear, I mean, you don't want to pay attention to your fears, but you want to release your fears and be in this place of calm. Because if we're in fear, the brain is gone. A little 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat is taking the test. We're like, no, we don't want that. We want that intelligent person who's been studying and has access to all that. So it's about feeling secure in the outside world with the 4 of coins. So having this stability feeling, and the daughter of coins, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So these are positive cards coming in here. So there's great possibility for them to pass that. They just need to calm down, get out of their fears, and that's where the fears are in their mind. But what if? But what if? But what if? Yeah, but what if? And even question some of those what ifs. Yeah, what if? So what if I don't get in the first time? What am I fearing? I'll do it again. Oh, well, so difficult to get in the second year or the third year or the fourth year. Oh, all these beliefs. It's like, well, we have these fears, but where do they come from? And when we relieve them and we breathe and we come back and we're calm. If we go in to take an exam and we're calm, we have full access to our brain and we can do that. So I like that. That's what they have for you, JJJ. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. And then Charlene Kramer, you are up. So Charlene, so you want to know, can you find out what you need to know from Spirit and when or if you have any messages? Yeah, let's take a look here. They always have messages. They always want to talk to us. As if we'll shut up and listen, right? That's the hard part is in this chaotic, noisy world is to be quiet enough to hear their whispers. They definitely have here. You got the 9 of Pentacles and the Daughter of Staves, which is the Page of Wands. I like this. The 9 of Pentacles is telling you this is about being with Spirit alone, away from the world, outside world, and spending some time with Spirit. It's almost like the Hermit card. It's the 9 is the number of the Hermit, but it's about being physically away from things, taking your alone time, because in that time with the Daughter of Staves, the Page of Wands is like an upgrade in your spiritual energy. And so it's important for you to take time away to process that, to allow that, and to connect with them. It's like you have to be connected to the internet, to have this download come through. And so it's, well, got to stay connected. Otherwise, you get some of it and then it airs out. And then when you go connect again, then it continues to download. And then you disconnect it, airs out. So I like this message from them is like, if you spend some time with us, devoted away from the chaos of the world, we will give you this. We have this upgrade, this spiritual gift, this enhancement of your spiritual gifts to download to you, to bring in there for you. So I like that for you. And that's what they have right now for you, Charlene. So many blessings to you. I like it. This enhancement. You get an upgrade. Very cool. So many blessings to you. All right, and let me see where we're at here. So we did those. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, all right. So I think we are down here to Rhonda. All right. So Rhonda, my friend. So What do you need to be aware of? Let's take here from Spirit. So what do you need to be aware of? Let's just shuffle these up. One more time. That was kind of a sucky shuffle. There we go. Much better. Much many more cards involved. All right. So, what do you need to be aware of? All right. And the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah, we see here, there is this movement and this transformation. We got the Five of Cups, which is movement from lower vibrational emotions to higher vibrational emotions. And the Six of Swords does kick in here, which is a change of mindset. So there's emotion and mind alterations that are happening here. And I like that. The Six of Swords is moving from like choppy waters to calmer waters. It's letting go of fears. So you're letting go of emotions, letting go of fears. Those are probably connected to each other. And you're moving forward. And the Six of Swords is a change of mindset that kicks in to a change in the outside world, possibly even across water. So I don't know if you're feel like this desire to go visit someone across water, but if you are, then yeah, you're definitely supported there, and that will help with the transformation and changes that come in here. So it's about, letting go of thoughts and beliefs about what it would be to move across water or obstacles that are keeping you from moving across water. But there's this movement of movement across water, and it's important for you to just be open-minded about it, and because it is such an important piece of transformation that happens both in heart and in mind around it. So yeah, I'm wondering what that is, right? You're like, "I don't know. If it hasn't happened yet, it's coming your way." So I'm not sure if you've been looking at, I wanna move somewhere, or I wanna move across the ocean or across the lake to the other side of the lake, or, something like that. I just feel like there's movement involved, that you need to be aware of, and that it's supported, and it's not seemed as, I don't know what it means, but they're saying it's not a failure. You can move, and it's not a failure, and I don't know what that means. So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, Rhonda, many blessings and much love to you, my dear. All right, so we'll continue moving down here. See where we're at here. All right, so Highness, you'd like a career reading. So let's take a look here. It's a lot of cards. Shuffle those up again here. So what about Highness? Career reading, please. Okay. All right. You do have the star card here, and an important thing here, and you also got the temperance card, which is patience and allowing things to unfold. But the star card is about living a dream come true. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards, and you can see the path to the star is not a direct one. It's wavy. It takes time to get there. And the temperance card too is going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I like this for you with career, just knowing that it takes time to live the true dream. And dreams do unfold, dreams do evolve. And, the dream that we start off with sometimes is someone else's dream, especially if you wake up in the morning going, "Oh, crap, I gotta go live my dream today." That's probably someone else's and not our own. And when we start living our dream, then we head in a direction, and then we're drawn in another one, and we follow it. We follow our dream where it's leading us and guiding us. It's the star card is the North Star, and it allows you to, what is this true dream? How do I uniquely want to express this love in my heart with the world? What makes my heart sing? What makes my heart feel full? Not what my mind says my dream should be, because that's usually influenced by everything else, but what do I want to do? How do I want my dream What is my true dream, right? Once you determine that, then it's really easy. That's your North Star. You allow that to be the north, the true north on your compass. Anything that takes you off in a different direction that doesn't support that dream, like, no, I'm not investing energy in that. No, I'm not investing money in that. No, I'm not investing time in that. It's not supporting this. It allows you to make decisions much more clearly, and it keeps you on track, because you might be over investing energy in a bunch of different directions of things that maybe are saying they're urgent, but they're not important towards your dream, right? So really getting into your heart. Yeah, yeah, even on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there we go. How funny. So you got the Ace of Cups, living your true dream, and the Ten of Wands is about putting energy in a bunch of different directions that and it's an ending and a beginning. It's evaluating where you're investing all of your energy and what needs to be let go of, or what could you let go of to focus that energy more towards your dream than on something else. So that's what's coming in, Highness. Hopefully that helps a little bit there. So many blessings to you. All right, let me answer those. I got down to here. All right. So, May Hooper, you are up. So, what spirit wants you to know about love coming your way with relationship? All right, let's take a look here. So, for May, what does spirit want you to know here? All right. you know, there's this balancing coming in here. You've got the Shah of Cups, which is the King of Cups. It's one of my cards that, when I'm asking about relationships, is like the perfect person for us. So they're very, compatible. We get along so well. Great balance of heart, great balance of mind between one another. But before that comes in, you have the Three of Cups, which is about close friendships. It's your tribe. So if you don't already have like two best friends, that comes in first. There's this joining together that happens, and it's like three peas in a pod, where you guys get one another, very supportive. Just it's like sisters you never had, or brothers, or whoever. But it's like these two individuals. You just feel so close knit. You laugh about things because you guys just think the same way. Just a support group, and the support, and these are physical people, and I like that. And it's through them, it's like you meet this King of Cups, individual, this personality, through one of those two people. So it's like a brother, a cousin, a friend, or they invite you somewhere and you meet them through them somehow, office party, something. But this is where you meet your love that comes in. But you have these two other people that come in first. And if you do have those two best friends coming in, if they want to set you up, or invite you to a dinner party, or invite you somewhere, do it. If you want. Your guides are a little pushy. They're saying, "Do it, do it." All right, May, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. We did that. We did that. All right. Moving down the list here. All right. So, Eliza, you are up, or Eliza. Blessings to you as well. And you want to ask what's coming for you next week. All right. Let's take a look here. So, what is coming for you next week? All right. I like this. A lot of abundance, a lot of reward coming in here with the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Staves. 10 of Staves is a lot of work that's been put in bringing in this abundance. And so there is some ending that's coming, because you're getting the fruition. It'd be like an end of a project, and there's a big bonus at the end of it, or whatever. And then it's on to the next thing. And this is the 10 of Wands, is about investing a lot of energy, but the 10 is an ending and a beginning. And so this ends, you get a reward, you get this, what feels like abundance, and then you move on to the next thing, the next journey, the next adventure, the next project, whatever it would be. So next week does feel like a beneficial, abundant, um, type of energies, and then new beginnings, which makes sense with equinox happening on the 19th. We are moving into Aries, so there is a new birth energy that comes in there too. But I just feel like there's this culmination of something next week and then a new beginning that comes in and allows you a fresh start in a direction. So it's a big benefit, and then heading off into the next adventure. So that's what comes in there for you, Elisa. Hopefully that helps. But very beneficial, um, for sure. All right. And hey, magician, sorry I missed you coming in if you're still here. I do take Super Chat, PayPal, um, Square, Cash App. It's all listed in the description box of the video, the whole process. So if you look at that, it gives you all 4 links for everything. And I actually have it right here too for somewhere. Oh, here we go. And Venmo. Here is the information, just for the sake of ease of use, if you're still here. Sorry, I missed your question earlier when I was going through the chat. I was like, oh, you asked me a question, and I didn't even see that. But I do, yeah, the whole process is in the description box of the video, if you want to check it out too. All right. All right. And I don't see a question from a magician. So if you're here and you want one, you can pop it into the chat, or if you want to make a donation, I can prioritize it. Well, I mean, you're up right now. All right. So we did that one. Sorry, I'm just going down the list here. We did those, we did those, we did those, we did those. All right. And then infinity is one. Hello, hello. So messages from spirit regarding your love life. All right, we'll take a look here and see what we got here. Sorry, I was hearing things. So, you've got the 2 of wands and the sun card coming in here. So there's a lot of energy that's coming in here around power of choice, power of energy that comes in. So a lot of fire with the sun and with the 2 of wands. And you've got the little inner children over here on the sun card. Oops, over here. And so, you know, so much about our path is it's dual, duly, you know, um, it's always the dual things here. Sorry, what I was hearing was my chair creaking. That's funny. It was me. I was scaring myself. I was scared. But anyway, so you got these 2 energies, right? And whatever we focus our energy on is what grows and expands. And so we've got our conscious energy. What am I focusing on? Am I focusing on gratitude around love? Am I, focusing on unconditional love, and joy, and laughter and peace? That grows and that draws things in faster. Whereas if I'm focusing on what I'm missing, like, oh, I'm missing love in my life, or I fear love will never come into my life, or I hate, these things, or even wanting, I want a relationship, where our energy says, I enjoy wanting, not getting, but wanting. Enjoy missing. Can you make me miss things more? I enjoy fearing not having a relationship. Can you keep it away so I can fear it some more? See how our energy builds in there. And so that's a great awareness of where I put my energy, I'm drawing into my life, right? The sun card with our inner children is the other thing. So consciously, what am I doing? But there's also subconscious um, programs that are running on their own, things that were formed when we were younger. 7 years old and younger is our emotional body. And so our relationships with the important people in our life determined like our ratio of giving and receiving, what I feel I have to do to deserve love, all of those things that are bubbling around below the surface also. So I feel like their messages from spirit regarding love is all about, doing what I can to consciously, what's my conscious focus and what's my subconscious putting out as well. Because the combination of those things is what draws things to us, right? And I've talked about it probably before. Um, I've got the Take 10 with Zen, about having things come in sooner. Here's the link for it here. Just pop it down here. And this is for anyone that's interested in it, of course. I just want to make sure I didn't lose my place. There I am. And these talk about our energy. It talks about the out of balance giving and receiving and things that we can do to help draw in relationships sooner because they're always a range. We never have like a faded, has to be this date, this time, blah, blah, blah. It's always a range. This is the earliest we can meet someone and the latest we can meet someone. And it's up to us and their energy too, how fast we draw each other together. So hopefully that helps infinity. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. You are very welcome. And Supernova, thank you for your additional donation here. Hello, hello. Like you're, what's that? So, question to spirit guides about your dreams, whatever they have to say. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Hey, hey. So, what do they want you to know about your dreams? You just literally woke up. Yeah. Are you yawning? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. Yeah. So the energy on the bottom of the deck, you do have the world card, which is ending of cycles, beginning of new adventures, and victory. And it's letting go of the old, and you're ready for this new adventure that's coming forward. And what would a reading be for you without the Empress underneath her? Creativity, birthing, harvest, creativity. I think I said creativity twice. So, of course, we have to have that there. um, so, those are the underlying energies and the Wheel of Fortune. So, you definitely have this, all of this energy of, you know, um, victory and abundance that comes in here. And, because you got the Six of Wands too, which I'll show you in a sec, which is about abundance and victory. Again, flow of energy. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles with the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords. And look at they're even pursuing they're headed right towards this Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is abundance, but it's also about looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. The Son of Swords is on a quest to see things from a higher perspective, to see their worth in a different way. That's, and I feel like that's the world card too. It's letting go of the old cycles of defining ourselves. What does abundance mean? I get to decide what success is, not the outside world. Oh, well, no, you're only successful if dot, 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 dot. You're like, no, I don't agree with that. I feel I'm abundant and living in abundance because of just who I am. I don't need anything else. It's that kind of thing coming in, you know. So I like this transformation that's coming in here again. Oh yeah, transformation that's coming in. The Hanged Man, which is a transformation movement from one way, looking at things from one way to another, seeing things from a higher perspective, but the evolution of your dream too. And that's important for you to know, when just about the dreams that you dream and the dreams that you dream for your life, you know, there is this whatever energy we're focusing on is what flows. You even got the Two of Wands, you got the Two of Wands, the Six of Wands, the King of Wands. So all of this is about, and the Two of Swords under that, whatever we put into our mind, into our energy, is what flows into our life. It flows into our dreams of our, of our, like the dreams that we dream while we're asleep. Whatever we spend most of our energy on, it'll, especially like the 10, 15 minutes before we go to bed, our mind goes, oh, that's what you want me to think about and process all night, let's go. It's like, no. So being very cognizant of what you're thinking about before you go to sleep, it helps with the processing of the dreams. But also just knowing that the dream unfolds, the dream evolves. Trust the process, trust the evolution. Things will unfold. Like a caterpillar doesn't go, I need the instructions for the cocoon. Did anyone have those? No, it just knows. It goes into it, and then it goes into the cocoon, and things just happen. And then it knows how to create a cocoon, just second nature. And then it comes out, and then it knows how to fly. It knows it's attracted to nectar. It just knows. It's instinctual. And I feel like your dream is instinctual, which is interesting. So I like that for you. So that's what they want you to know right now, Supernova. You had a peaceful thoughts before you. Yeah, right. Exactly. So I'm just gonna sip here. All right. Very good. And then Infinity is one. Thank you for your additional donation. And England said, are you the person? Are you? Oh, and the person you like fated to be together. All right. Let's take a look here. I know. Instinctual. You're an instinctual holy cow. Bow to the holy cow. But a bunch. I'll be here all night. No, I'm not. Actually, I'll be on for about 10 more minutes. And I've got like a handful of free readings that I may not get to, but I may jump back on. Hey, crow's nest. All right. So, are you the person? You're the person that you like. Are you fated to be together? All right. Let's take a look here. And thank you for your donation, Infinity. So, your additional donation. So, are you fated to be together? Let's take a look here. I don't see fate in the cards, but I feel like there's not a fate. Well, I think, did we already talk about that? You don't have a fated relationship. Was that you, or is that someone else? They all start melding together. But I feel like, that you, in this lifetime, you don't have a fated relationship, and neither, do they. And that's why that you have the possibilities here with the King of Staves, the King of Wands, of the energy that you can put forward to do that. Because you have the Six of Staves, which there is mutual attraction there, but the Two of Swords tells me that it's a choice that can be made. It's not something that's in the fate. And we have the Son of Staves, which is the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of passion here with all of this between the two of you. So there is a lot of fire, a lot of attraction. And so there can be a relationship, but it's not, it's a possibility. It's not a fate in there. We've got like I said, we got the Temperance card, which is, it would take time for a relationship to unfold. There is endings and beginnings, the transformation that would take place here. And you do have the Lover's card after that underneath there too. So there is possibility there underneath the surface with all of this. And you definitely would learn from each other with the Devil card here. Just the challenging of a lot of previous thoughts. Oh, both fire signs. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah. So it is possible for it to unfold there, their Infinity. But it's not fated. It's just a possibility. And it would have to be a choice on, of course, both your parts. It's like an optional, you have like a vacation package. It's the optional. You can go to the luau or not. It's something that you purchase when you're there. if you want to go. And that's what's coming in. So that's what they have for you, Infinity. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. You're very welcome. And Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. And the flower. So what do your guides think about your youngness, and how do they see you're doing in life for your age? All right, let's take a look here and see here. Right? Glad we have a support team. We're probably, we're not going down there unless I have a, support. I'm not, I'm not going down there alone. Hell no. All right, let's take a look here. So, wow. And I put these cards back in and shuffled, which is interesting. So, around youngness, they don't, they see these as characters. It's like an actor who could take on any age. They really know the actor. The characters are like, well, in this character, at this point, you're this, but they also see you as an 80-year-old in this lifetime and a baby in another lifetime in a moment. And, so they don't really see age so much, like we do. So they just look at what's the adventure like? What are you doing? And for you, for where you're at in your life, again, we've got the two of wands coming in here, and I feel like they're saying here, you're getting a good grasp on your energy because you've got the king of wands came out here, which is they take their power in their hands, they decide and choose for their life. And you also have the six, so a lot of fire, which I think you're fire. So you've got all this energy, this movement, this flow, this victory, and they are seen and supported. And it's like, if let's see if I can get it. See all those people behind there? That's your spiritual support team there. Let me see if I can get it to focus in a little better here. Whoops. Things go flying. Yeah, see all those people behind there? That's them that are, supportive and cheering you on and go, go. And there's nothing that you can do. They don't have an opinion, they don't have judgment of us. All they do is have unconditional love. And they're like, you rock. That's the judgment they have is you rock. And they do see here again, here's this world card that you're in the middle of this ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventures. And you're at this pivotal point in your life where your emotional child is developed, your mental child is developed, your physical side of your being is still developing in for about 3 more years, right? And then but you're ahead of the game, which we talk about, right? But they see that you're really stepping into the power of where you focus your energy and what grows, and you're really ahead of the game in realizing that, because usually we don't realize that till much later in our lives of like, oh, I'm the one that drew all this into my life. And I feel like you're getting these ahas of, oh yeah, when I focus on this, this is what comes. When I focus on this, that's what comes. So if I want this, I focus on this. If I want that, which I don't, I would focus on that, but I don't. So I focus on this. So I just like this, transformation. The human is developing, the your higher self, your real self is already perfect mountain. You're just this character for this story is developing. It's always developing. Our story is always developing in each. This is a giant improv play, right? So, that's what, is always coming in. So that's what they have for you, Supernova. So many blessings to you. All right, and then this will be my last reading for this session. I will be back because I do have a few more. Let me grab some print screens real quick here. Or not print screens, screen capture. I'm not going to print it out. So let me get down to here. And then I will grab below here. All right. So, Jessica, thank you so much for your donation. And let me give that a love and a like because it lets me hear. And for everyone else, I will be back and go head off and spend about an hour with my Praying Mantis members, eat some dinner, and then I'll pop back on. I got probably just a handful of individuals that I wasn't able to get to yet. The free readings, it's first come, first serve. So I appreciate your patience in receiving those. Donations are how I live and survive and are able to continually give free readings. Otherwise, I'd be working a full-time job and exhausted like the rest of you. All right. So Crow's Nest, who is coming in love for you in the near future? Let's take a look here. Oh, Rocio. I'll be back. I'll be back in about an hour and a half. Don't worry. All right. So who is coming in love for you in the future, Jessica? Uno, dos, tres. Don't want that one there. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, I feel like it's going to be in the near future because you do have the Son of Staves, the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving horse out of them all. So that's speed. There's also major attraction coming in there. Thanks, Country Mouse. And let's take a look here. Yeah, there's the Passion. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I like this. In the meantime, we've got this Justice card coming in here, which is the balancing of the scales, and they have the Ace of Swords coming in here. So, you have, and I feel like this is recognition more so because you also have the High Priestess about, stepping back and, connecting to the higher realm. The vroom vroom speed gaga. So that, you got both of these, this energy of stepping back, diving deep into your emotions. You've been doing that inner work, connecting higher, doing all that stuff that has been clearing the pathway, clearing your energy. And here comes that spark. So you definitely have this new passion that comes into your life. And this is, this I don't feel like it's not a reward, but it's a result. That's it. It's a result of the speed of which it's coming in is because you've really, really invested a lot of energy and time into that mental and emotional work, right? The shadow. And look at this. You've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. My two of my relationship cards. 10 of coins, it has the couple, the kid, the dog, the abundance. The 10 of cups is emotions overflowing here. So you do have it coming here in the near future. And I just feel like you should be proud of how yeah, right. Holy shit is right. You're like, finally. But not finally, it's perfect timing because it's always perfect timing. But again, it's speeding and coming in because of the work that you've done and this other person too. Because don't forget that half of the attraction is your raising your vibration and half of the other is them raising their love vibration. And so it's like it's like becomes more magnetized the higher the love energy goes. So they've been doing their inner work too. Wow, can you imagine a healthy, balanced individual? What? How boring. Oh my gosh. And then I opened the middle of the deck and you got the Two of Cups. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful Two of Cups. Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. So I feel like this is the relationship that you'll end up your soul partner, the one you end up with for the rest of your life coming in. Probably because they're showing me, what was it? She hobbled him and kept him in bed and didn't let him escape. It could be. I keep on getting the Two of Cups. I keep on shuffling in the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups. That's you. What was her name? I love her. Fried green tomatoes. And no, not Anne. Let's see here. I got 2 of coins. So, they're not confirming. I feel like there's a lot of fire there. Okay, and then I look at the bottom of the deck, and we've got the queen of wands, and the, 9 of wands. So, I feel like they have a lot of fire in their chart, if not a fire sign, definitely there. Alright. So, yay! I love that for you, Crow's Nest. That is what they have for you right now, so I like that. Oh, thanks, Rocio. Thanks for waiting. You're so sweet. Alright. So, that's what we got going on, and, if while you guys are waiting, if you haven't checked out your equinox, reading, here is, 3-month forecast readings for each individual sign for March 19th through March to April to May up to June 19th. Oh, yeah, up until the summer winter solstice, if you want to check those out. Also, we've got Aries season that just came out, so you can get some additional information. If you're an Aries sun baby, boom, boom, 3-month reading, bonus reading there too. And if you want to check out my podcast while you're waiting too, we do have episode 6. It's complicated, and this is all about from chaos to cozy, our journey. We come down from cozy to chaos down here. It's our journey back to cozy. So, and it's sharing my adventures that I've had along the way. All right. So that's what we got going on. I will be back in about an hour and a half or so, and I'll finish up the probably 2 handfuls of individuals that I didn't get to for the free readings. I will be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as well. So until I see you guys, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at. And we'll see you soon. Until then, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.